Summit City Noise presents Sorry for the Republican Rape Rap, featuring MNC FM and WOWO AM host Casey Hendrickson. Republican Indiana Governor Mike Pence says, outside of the United States, China represents the largest economy in the world. Today, we see immense potential for the creation of more great jobs for Hoosiers through the strengthening of ties with our Chinese partners. Our universities and our communities already boast a thriving friendship with China, and we're looking forward to strengthening this relationship on our jobs mission. Republican Party presidential candidate Donald Trump has taken his rhetoric about China to a new level, accusing the country of raping the U.S. We can't continue to allow China to rape our country, he told a crowd in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's what they're doing. It's the greatest theft in the history of the world. Trump has previously used the word rape to describe trade ties with China. In 2011, the candidate had said, China is raping this country while touring a defense manufacturing plant in New Hampshire. One of Donald Trump's most high-profile endorsements arrived this spring from Bobby Knight, the iconic and capricious former Indiana University basketball coach on the eve of the Indiana primary. Bob Knight, who famously told Connie Chung in 1988 that if rape is inevitable, relax and enjoy it, once again went to the well of sexual assault-themed metaphors on Mike and Mike. When speaking in regard to the NBA's age minimum rule and the subsequent one-and-done nature of big-time college basketball, Knight said, it's as though they've raped college basketball, in my opinion. In the 2012 debate with his Democratic rival and a Libertarian candidate for one of Indiana's U.S. Senate seats, Republican candidate Richard Murdoch suggested that pregnancies resulting from rape are something that God intended to happen despite the horrible situation from which they derived. I struggled with it myself for a long time, but I came to realize life is that gift from God, Murdoch said, and I think even when life begins in that horrible situation of rape, that it is something that God intended to happen. On Facebook, MNC FM and WOWO AM host Casey Hendrickson says he would rape Zonda Revolution from the rear. The Zonda Revolution is a super high-end automobile, people. Casey Hendrickson says he would rape a car from the rear. I shared Hendrickson's Zonda Revolution rape rap with his bosses at Federated Media, who promptly spanked Casey's rear and forced him to deliver a half-hearted apology on Facebook. Through his apology, Casey Hendrickson provides a fascinating glimpse into the thought patterns of a conservative capitalist Christian political entertainer who references rape on the radio on a regular basis. This was published on Facebook on March 5th, 2014. MNC FM and WOWO AM host Casey Hendrickson says, yesterday I posted a link to a car that I love with the comment, I would rape this car. My intention was to convey that I really liked the car and didn't realize that it would be seen as offensive to some people. I would like to apologize to anyone who was offended by my post. It is an inanimate object. I felt it would be taken that way. It wasn't. I apologize. Real men know the difference between violent sexual assault and inanimate objects. Real men are not perpetually offended at everything like schoolgirls. I have a wife, mother, daughter, etc. I know rape very personally. Point is, rape is rape. A car cannot be raped. I expected that to be understood. Again, common sense died a long time ago. My mistake was assuming it was someone still around for one fleeting moment. I will be proud of you when you discover what real manhood really is. When Casey Hendrickson says, I will be proud of you when you discover what real manhood is, he's talking about me, Dean Robinson. Casey Hendrickson anticipates feeling pride when Dean Robinson discovers real manhood. That's hilarious. MNC FM and WOWO AM host Casey Hendrickson claims that saying, I would rape this car was a mistake because he was assuming it was someone still around for one fleeting moment. I'm not sure I know exactly what that statement means, but I'm still here, Casey, and our moment is still fleeting. Donald Trump, Bobby Knight, Richard Murdoch, and Casey Hendrickson, also known as the Sorry Four, lay down the rape rap on the regular to influence people with emotion rather than intellect. This has been Sorry for the Republican Rape Rap, featuring MNC FM and WOWO AM host Casey Hendrickson, brought to you by Summit City Noise.